messing with Denwerks. Got something pretty cool today. It's a 1994 Chevy diesel, turbo diesel. It's a 3/4 ton extended cab. Actually in really, really nice shape. It was a one owner when I got it. Original paint. Bought brand new here in Oregon. Just super clean. You don't see these very often. I'm always looking for them. I drove a diesel Suburban. Actually, it was a 94 back, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. It was my daily driver. And I'm always looking for these. And the way you can notify them right off the get-go is these two big inlets there. So I'm always driving down the highway looking for those. So this one's really nice. The guy that ended up selling it, he couldn't drive anymore, so it was time to pass the torch, and I ended up with it somehow. So really, really neat rig for sure. We'll walk around. It's a 6.5 turbo diesel. Prior to that, I believe it was a 6.2, which I had another Suburban, and it was a great driving rig. Both of those high mileage, but you just rarely see one of these, and this will make someone a great rig. You can pull your race car and stuff. Heck, I'd probably even show up at Cars of Coffee with it because it's just a cool truck. So we'll just walk around it here a little bit, and it is a Silverado model. Show you the headlights. We got marker lights, headlights. We got bright lights. We got our turn signals. You can see left. You can see right. All those are working. You know, sounds good. Rev it up a little bit. You know, if you look down the side, actually very straight. It's actually really glossy. Very, very nice. Factory flares on it. You can see across the grill and everything. Everything looks nice. A lot of times these start delaminating really bad. You can see a little water right there, but you're gonna notice it did have a bug shield on it, but you'll notice little tiny chips. So if you see me pointing at stuff, it's little stuff. If it's big, I'm probably gonna say something about it, but I can't cover every single little thing. You can see some little chips there. You can see here it's got its stickers. This one here, and I'm sorry on Bring a Trailer, I forgot to show it as much. The turbo's missing. You can actually get these on eBay. I think they're like $10 or something like that. But this one's deteriorated a little bit more. I'll add a picture of it. Windshield looks really good. Real small little divot, but no big chips or anything like that where I'd be concerned about it or anything like that. We'll go ahead and look at the fender here. No breakage or anything. Looks really good. Right here you'll see some little chipping here. There was an antenna for a CV right there, and that's where you'll see a little wear mark and a little edge mark there. But I've always loved this body style. It's got ultra wheels on it. They're alloy. You can see here it's got some deterioration checking on the clear coat surface. Wild Country XTX, and the tires are LT 235 85 16s. So if you want to put a set of factory wheels on it, they're easy to find if you wanted to. Absolutely no rust. You look down here at the bottom, super clean. A couple little chips, little chip right there. And even this here, no deterioration on this. Usually sometimes this starts flaking on it. You can see it's 2500. Roof looks good. Chrome mirrors. You can see here the Silverado emblem. You know, again, that wheel flare, very nice. Forgot to mention it's 4x4. You probably already figured it out. You know, really clean. Bottom of the cab, not rusty. And one of the things when I got it, it had these. If you look at the rockers, they were really clean. And one of the reasons was it had running boards all the way down the side of it. So it really protected it. You can see back here, everything's clean, not butted in or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around so you can see it a little bit better on the other side in the sun. So we'll flip it around. Yeah, here you go. I just wanted to flip it around. You can see it a little bit better. We'll go ahead and I'm going to have to probably scream. It's a diesel. We'll go ahead and show you the lights. You can see the tail lights, brake lights. You can see the third brake light is working up there. Got blinkers. And then reverse lights. You can see the reverse are working. I know it's a newer rig, but that doesn't always mean everything works. You can see here the license plate lights are working. But overall, just a nice clean rig. It's got trailer hitch and everything. A couple imperfections we'll see. You can see a slight indention on the bumper on that side and this side. There's a little bit of a, and it's not bad, a tiny little wave right there. A couple little chips. If you look down the side, you know, it is white and it has a lot of flat panels. Looks really nice. A couple little small waves, but I think probably all that's factory in general. If you look down this side, same thing. Very, very nice. You can see a couple little waves right up here. Real light. A couple little spots right here. A couple little dings that have been touched up. This is probably the worst ding on the truck right here on the bed. You can see that. But the rest looks really, really good. Probably the worst scratch right there. And I'm just looking for some other stuff to show you. Yeah, you can kind of see that kind of little wave right there. But overall, nice looking truck. The tires, I would say, are probably about probably 85%. You know, they look great. You know, no brakes. Little scratch right there. But overall looks good. Back of the cab again, not rusty. And beautiful rockers on this thing. It's actually really amazing how clean those are. I'm even going to get it up on my lift so you can see it. Go ahead and rev it up just a little bit there, Nolan. You know, it doesn't blow smoke or anything like that. It's actually a clean running truck overall. There's a couple little spots right here, and I showed pictures, but it was hard to see how big. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top of this fender. A couple little tiny chips, but you can see these couple little chips that have been touched up there. But otherwise than that, for paint flaws, you know, it has little minor stuff, but overall looks really, really good. And I haven't even seen any curb rash or anything like that. I forgot to mention, but you probably saw it in the photos already. Little delamination, hair oxidation on the back there. But overall looks nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the bed. I don't think anything's been hauled in this thing. I mean, it looks really, really good. Has a professional rhino liner in it. No dents. Nothing. It had I believe he had a camper, you know, camper sitting in here. And you can see here the tie downs where they used to be. And you can see this tie down right here on the edge of the bumper. I do have those tie downs if you want them. I can give them to you. Then they just stick out right here just with the loop on it. But I do have those if you'd like them. So overall, really, really clean truck. You can see the plug-in over there. So I think this is makes someone a nice vehicle, especially with the new price of trucks these days. I mean, a comparable truck like this is, I don't know, $60,000 new or something like that, the diesel. So definitely different technology, but it's a lot of money to throw at a rig. So anyways, we'll show you some more stuff. Hey, we're going to take a look at the interior real fast. I just wanted to show you how nice the door's shut. You know, all the panel gap and everything is really good, but look at the interior. This is total classic Chevrolet from the 90s. It weared so good. I mean, look how nice it is. You know, no rips in the seats or anything like that. You know, no wear on the bolsters. Very, very clean. You can see here it's got a power seat. You can see it's, hopefully you can see that raising. That's a tilt. You know, so everything's working. I think the other side is manual. It is. So if you look across the dash, very, very clean. One of the things I'm looking at here is just not the way the interior is, but look inside the door jambs. You know, the rubber's all nice, no accidents, no rust. Super, super clean and looks good. You can see up here, very nice condition overall. The door panel, same way. Very, very clean. Does have power windows and locks. The AC does blow cold. You can see the back seat. You know, again, really nice. A couple little spots right there. Actually should try to clean those out because they don't look that bad. I think those will come out. I'll probably take those out. I just didn't catch it. You know, again, just a clean old truck. Got a center console, bucket seats. We'll take it for a drive in a little bit. I'm going to show you the other side. There's your four-wheel drive. I'll show you the other side, and then we'll take it for a spin here in a little bit, and you can see all the rest of the interior. Here we are on the passenger side again. Just wanted to show you how nice that door shuts. Very, very clean inside the rockers. Everything looks good. I won't spend as much time on this side, but here's the RPO numbers. You'll see a picture of that on the auction as well, but everything looks good. I remember when they started putting equalizers and stuff in these trucks. You can see the headliner. Very, very, very clean. So overall pretty nice. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pop the hood here. Take a look underneath. There's a little, wish they would put those in all the same spots, but they don't. So underneath the hood here, really, really nice. You know, overall pretty clean. You know, again, we're looking inside here. You can see some little touch-ups that were here on the inside of the fender, but just little paint touch-ups or those little scratches and stuff. But overall, all the aprons look good. No crinkles up here. Engine looks clean. Like I mentioned before, the AC does blow cold. All the fluids look nice. Looks like a new AC compressor that was put on it. Has a clean Carfax as well. So had a lot of service stuff done to it. So we'll go ahead and start it up here real quick. And it's got, you know, obviously glow plugs we already been running it. So it sounds like a Chevy diesel. It's funny how a Dodge and a Chevy and a Ford, they all sound kind of different, especially on startup and shutdown. Go ahead and rev it up a little bit. We'll show a picture of the catalyst. I love the state. You know, when it goes to a different state. I think most diesels are exempt, but I'm not 100% sure. So you'll need to check with them, especially like in California and stuff. You can see the lights. I'm going to show you right here too. It's not rusted out or anything like that. So, anyways, hopefully that gives you a good look underneath the hood, and we'll show you some more stuff. Thanks for cruising around with me in the little turbo diesel. I just wanted to pull over here, show you a few different things on the dash. Didn't want to do it obviously when we're driving. Just wanted to show you the gauges and everything are working. You can see the fuel gauge, temp gauge. You can see the oil pressure gauge. It raises up as I step on the pedal. You can also see the odometer is reading 98,790. Radio and everything, obviously it was working. Horn works. Got the wipers. I'm not going to put the oh, what are they called? Where it sprays all over the windshield. You can see here the windows, squirters. Yeah, thank you. You can see both windows. They do work. And I'm showing you the headlight, or the dome light. It actually works too. It's got two little map lights too. You can turn it off and on. The you know, it's just a nice driving truck overall. I'll show you how the four-wheel drive works here in a minute. You don't have to actually put it in neutral, you know, like the old days, but I'll wait to get on some gravel. You can shift it on the fly from two-wheel high to two-wheel low, so into four-wheel high. So, but I'll show you how to go into four-wheel low and everything on it in general. So, just wanted to show you here real fast. Gotta get those stupid wipers off. There we go. AC, it does work. Obviously, you're not going to be able to feel it. I don't know if you could hear the engine kick down just a minute ago, but the AC does blow nice and cold, and you can just hear the, turn that down, you can hear the engine change. So anyways, AC works right now. You're not going to need it till the summer, but it is working. So also we've got tilt wheel. It's hard to do this one hand. Little lever right there. So everything seems in pretty good order here. So we'll take it and show you how four-wheel drive works here in just a few minutes. Hey, here we are. I'm out on a gravel road now. So anywhere where it's kind of, you know, slipping and different things like that, usually you're going to be driving a two-wheel high, but you know, to go from a two-wheel high to four-wheel, you don't have to put it in neutral, the transmission or anything like that. You can just shift on the fly. So now I'm in four-wheel high right now, and if you wanted to go back into two-wheel high again, you don't have to put it in neutral, and I'm just going to shift it in to two-wheel high. Now, if you remember old school four-wheel drives, you had to stop the vehicle, put it in neutral and stuff. But what we're going to do here, I'm in drive right now, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in neutral. I'm actually still moving. You don't have to move to do this, but manual says 1 to 3 miles an hour is fine. You're just going to do one fluid motion. You don't stop in neutral. So you just shift it into low. Now I'm going to put it back in drive. I don't know if you can kind of feel that, but now it's in four-wheel low. I can definitely feel it's in low. So the same thing, to put it back into to low, or two-wheel high. I'm going to put transmission back in neutral, and I'm just coasting, and then now we're back in two-wheel high, put it back in drive. And there you go. So anyways, hopefully that shows you how to do it, and it shows that it actually works. So happy 4x. Hey, here we are. We're going to take a look underneath the Chevy. Obviously, you're going to see all the still photos on the auction. I do know it's a newer rig and stuff and things, but I do like to get underneath still and show you, what it looks like. Because everything can look pretty on the outside, but that's probably the first thing I look at is I hop underneath and take a look. Especially you guys who live out on the East Coast and Rust Belt areas. Trucks like this don't survive very long, or any car basically. I mean, it's a 93. It's crazy that it's like 25 years old. So you're gonna see the frame, floors, body mounts and everything are really, really nice on this truck. So we'll just start here to the front to the back. I won't spend a lot of time. I just want to point out, you can see here the boots, they're not cracked or anything. They look in good shape. Brake lines look in good condition. I don't see any cracking on them or anything like that. Look here on the other side. You can see here these boots. Again, no cracks or anything like that for the four-wheel drive. And you can see the hose. Don't see any cracking on it and stuff. Body mounts all look good. You will see a little bit of surface rust, but that's just pretty normal. So we'll just look here. Mainly what we're looking at is just structure in general. I mean, look at the inside of this rocker here. Really, really nice. Very, very clean. You can see the body mount up here. Bushings look good. No corrosion at all. You can see here along the side of the frame. Again, is in good shape. I don't know what that is. It says SAX. Oh, it's just a little plug. You can see a little factory plug. I didn't even notice that. Look on the other side in a minute. You can see the transmission pan. It's not leaking or anything like that. Look up here around the engine. You can see here the oil. That's the oil filter there. You can see a little dampness right around there, but nothing that's hitting the floor or anything like that. Yeah, there's that thing there. Just never noticed that before. So it's probably just a frame tag of some sort. We'll go ahead and look at the floor, inner rockers on this side too. And when's the last time you seen the inside of a truck like that? This thing being a one owner and guy just babied it, I think is pretty impressive. Look at the body mounts. Super, super clean. We'll just take a look at the floors. Here again, really, really nice. Exhaust looks good, no exhaust leaks or anything like that. You can see here this gas tank, obviously. You can see up inside see if there's like fuel filler. Everything looks good. Back of the cab, very, very nice. You can see the rear end, no leaking. Sometimes I replace the shocks on some of these rigs, but these seem, they got age to them, but they seem to be working great. Look at the back of the cab here. No rust. Let's hop here in the back. Spare tire. It's probably the original one from when it was new. But it doesn't look like it's ever been used. Back in the bed. This isn't a dent or anything. You can see here it's exactly the same. So hopefully that gives you a good idea. Underneath, we'll just take a peek at the other side of the rocker. You can see all the original spot welds. Had running boards on it before, so that's what that hole is there. We'll just take a look at this side. So if you got any questions or anything, give me a call. Original spot welds. Make comments on the auction. This is going to be a pretty cool rig for somebody, especially when new trucks are, like this, are 60, 70, 80,000 bucks. So anyways, this one has a lot of life and super hard to find.